I have a really hard time paying attention. I have ADD.
Yeah. Do you think it's a hard time paying attention to what's important to you, or a hard time paying attention to what other people think you should be paying attention to? We're just saying.
Probably me.
There are a lot of people in this room, and your focus was significant. So much so that we knocked off several people to make sure. That's focus. That's not absence of paying attention. That's focus. Maybe you're not paying attention in the way others think you should. Kind of always been that way. A lot of people who want to guide your thoughts. You like to think your own. We don't think it's a disability. You heard all of that, didn't you?
Yes.
You understood it all. You agree with all of it. There isn't anything that we said that you don't know. Did you have a difficult time paying attention to the first hour and 8 minutes?
No.
No. That was a lot too. We were out there on the leading edge. We went where no one has been before. It took focus to stay with us because we are crazy. So that may be a drum you might want to no longer beat. Something that is helpful when you realize that you have something going on that you would prefer be different. So you can just keep stating it, sort of like picking a door and seeing how it feels, and then pick another door and see how it feels, and then pick another door. So let's start with that first door. I have been diagnosed. Did you say those words? I have been diagnosed with, what is it?
ADD.
ADD, attention deficit disorder.
Yes.
I've been diagnosed with some cockamamie. I've been diagnosed with something that some see as a limitation. So that's door one. Doesn't feel that good. Doesn't feel good at all, because your inner being does not agree with it. It's not what your inner being sees. So pick another door, a door of your choosing. There are a lot of people watching a lot of people, and I don't always fit in the way maybe others think I should. Well, true enough statement, but that's not really the door. If your goal is tending to your point of attraction, you could do better than that. So pick another door, and you might say something like, we are diverse enough, we are different. I really don't think we are all meant to be the same. Well, that feels a little better, doesn't it?
Yes.
You can keep going if you want to until you find something that feels rather good. Until at some point you would say something as you sit down in an environment like this, is, I've been blessed with a different perspective, Abraham, and it serves me well. Jerry played a trick on Esther one day. It was really quite wise. He showed himself to be really not good at something that needed to be done that he didn't want to do. And she knew he was playing that game, but she played along with it. You're terrible at that. You should never do that again. There's a little bit of that happening early on in life. You know, often you come into your physical body with an intention that is so strong that goes something like, because you're a teacher, no assignment there, it's just who you are. No obligation, we mean nothing that you're meant to do. That's not the point of it. But you come into your physical experience with strong intentionality sometimes. And as a teacher of this time and this place, especially in this time, there are so many people who don't think their own thoughts. There's not room to think your own thoughts. You're so busy absorbing everyone else's and pigeonholing and cataloging them. And sometimes, in fact, it's really often that people come with enough of a stubborn, meaning non-physical decision variable that they can't be persuaded to conform. And that's the diagnosis that we would give you.
Courage.
Say what?
Courage.
You agree with what we're saying, yes, about yourself?
Yes.
So how is it playing out? In other words, why are we even talking about it? Are we talking about it as if it is something that you should try to get over? Or are we talking about it as something that is a benefit that you want to continue to foster?
It should be a benefit.
Should be, you said. We're asking you, how do you feel about it?
It is a benefit.
And so take it from there. We'd like to hear your vantage point about that. Could be of advantage to everyone. We'd like to zap them all with the inability to go along with what the majority are thinking about things. Here's why. Oh, we've never said this before with this fervor or intensity. This is so important. Do you know what singular thing gets in the way of the majority of people of focusing themselves into the better experiences that they are asking for?
What is it?
Attention to what is. You've got attention deficit disorder. We think that's really a wonderful thing. Because if you're not focusing on what is, you get to have whatever you choose. What is what's in the way of what's new for everyone. And think about even the short conversation, not so short, but conversations that we've had here today. It's evident. As people are observing and defending and describing, they hold themselves where they don't mean to be, where they don't want to be. Yeah. Want to take it further into something more specific?
Like
how to acknowledge it and really feel the benefit of it. How to feel the rightness of where you are. How to feel the rightness of where you are without questioning the rightness of where you are because it doesn't line up with conventional thought.
I'm thinking process.
Say more.
The process of starting from the bottom and staying focused on the way up.
Here it is. Oh, this is so important. The law of attraction is responding to everyone, to the vibrational offering. Most people don't have a clue what they are vibrationally offering because they're covering it up with shoulds and woulds and words. So for most people, until it manifests, they didn't even realize they were there. And here's the piece that we're wanting you to feel our acknowledgement of it. We know you know it. The world is communicating not with words, but with vibration. That's why you have this born with sort of innate resistance to not get so wrapped up in the memorization of life that people are wanting to present to you. In other words, to be interested in what's becoming rather than what is, it's so unique and it's what every one of you intended. And yet you step into a world that's trying to make it orderly. They want to civilize you, which means they want you to conform with whoever has the most attention right now, idea of what the rightness you should be conforming to. And some of you are just born not just unwilling to do that, but incapable of doing that because your intention was so strong before you came into this physical body. And that's why you called it stubborn. You also called it stubborn because a lot of people have called you stubborn.